Hello, hello. Can you hear me, Gladys? Okay, but it seems like I cannot hear you. Can you hear me? Yeah, but unfortunately, I cannot hear you. But yeah, but I can hear you very, very well. And I know, no, I cannot hear you, but yeah, I don't know what is happening. Can you please check? This morning I was, yeah, because this morning I was using the computer on a meeting, so I know it's working perfectly. Yeah, make sure that there is nothing connected. And you can ask the audience if they can hear you or if they can hear me. Adaobi, can you hear me? Can anyone in the chat confirm that they can hear me? What about now? I still cannot hear you.
Hello, ma.
Yeah,
Can you hear me
yeah, now it's working perfectly.
now? All right. Thank you very much, ma.
You're
Sorry.
welcome very much. That's all good. That's all good. Good
Good
afternoon, good
evening,
evening,
ma.
everyone.
Welcome on stage, ma.
Oh, welcome, welcome. It's an honor to be here. It's an honor. It's not my first time in the house. So I've been in the house in the past and I did some training on mental health. So
Yes,
here
ma'am.
I am, we are back. And today we're going to talk about something very important and how to build a passive income stream. So again, I'm going to present myself. Thank you, Gladys, for having me. Thank you for your CEO, your manager, who is
Thank you
also
very
one
much.
of my
Ma.
collaborators. I've worked with Anton Flair, and guys, you are all amazing. All the social media managers, all the virtual assistant, you are all amazing. You are doing such a wonderful work. And
Thank you
many
very
of you
much.
have been a blessing to me. And I
Ma.
have
Be a
like one
blessing
of the
also.
most amazing community manager. So guys, I pray that each and every one of you, after that time you spend with Entoflare, you are able to learn great contract. And I said, anyone that needs a review for me, needs recommendation. And as I'm growing, I hope that I can hire more of you so we can continue to work together because it's a great platform and the work that you are doing is amazing. Thank you, guys. Yeah, check again your sound. Now you're on mute. You can unmute yourself. So, good
Yeah. Can you
afternoon.
hear me?
Yes, great.
Okay.
Good
Let me leave
afternoon,
this
good
space for you, ma.
evening. My name is Soraya Zamor, and I live in Massachusetts. I live in Boston in the USA, and have been a nurse for quite some times. I've been working as a nurse in so many different capacity, from leadership to educator to case management. I've been in the office, I've been on the field, and I've been doing many things as a nurse. And I love being a nurse and I love what I do. My specialty is psychiatric mental health, where I educate people, I prescribe medication, and I also sit in 101 and help people to have a better mind and better understanding of who they are. So I do a lot of advocacy. What I say to people, you are not defined by your struggles. You are not defined by the thing that you have been through in life, but there are better days are coming. I believe in healing. I believe in restoration. And I also believe that if you put yourself to work, all things are possible. My journey started 2 years ago. I'm a believer. I love Jesus Christ and I respect everybody's faith and beliefs. And I was praying for a strategy, even though I've been a nurse for quite some times. And writing, which is something that I've been very passionate about, was given to me by God as a new territory that I was about to walk. As of right now, I don't only do writing, I speak, and I've been, lending different speaking engagement beside of being a writer, and I also an author. So two things came out from my experience in the last 2 years. I was able to build a writing business and also an author business. There could be so many things that you can do, especially myself as a writer. I was able to write for magazine, for blogs, for different company, but also doing clinical review for a company all the way in Pakistan. So the plan today was only to teach you about how to build a writing business and also to show you how to become visible on LinkedIn. Unfortunately, the lady who is coming has helped me on building my LinkedIn presence, and she's unable to show up today. But sometime we will come back to show you what visibility can help you become, because whenever you are visible, you are attracting new clients, new customers. And one thing that I would like to say to anyone who is listening today, or is about to listen to that session later, you need to stay consistent. The first time that I created that training on how to build a passive income stream, he was back in December. As of today, we already have people like launching books. This week alone, there is like one of our author, because I funded a writing community that I invite each and every one of you to join later. To that writing community, there is one of our authors. She's already ranking number 1 on Amazon. So no matter what I'm about to teach you today, unfortunately, today we'll only be focusing on how to build an writing business. The author one will come later. Probably it will happen on the weekend, because Ola, the one who's gonna teach you on how to become visible on LinkedIn, she's a mother, she's pretty busy, so she wasn't able to come. But I will come back with her and speak on how to build a author business, or you can create money as you was, or you can earn money as you are sleeping, and also how to become visible, because whenever you are visible, you can attract people from all over the world. So the first thing about business is consistency, is discipline. You need to show up, and you always need to re-strategize. So in business, it's not a matter like, oh, okay, I'm gonna show up today and next day I'm gonna give up. I usually tell to anyone that I mentor, to anyone that I work with, the thing with me, I will show up regardless that I feel like or not. So I was working with Interflare to have someone coming to manage my social media, especially my Instagram. Up to today, every time that we add someone, since like most of the intern, they are in Nigeria and I live in the US, Instagram continue to kick them out. So I'm still working on finding someone that can help me manage my social media. But in the meantime, I continue to show up. Success comes when you consistently show up, when you never give up. So no matter what about to teach to you, when Ola is coming, because it's gonna be a 2-part teaching series, you will see you need to show up. It's not a matter of a magic. I don't know if anyone believe in magic. There could be the supernatural backing us up by prayers and fasting and obedience and consecration. But the strategy for you to make anything happen in this life is for you to be consistent in the work that you do. You need to discipline yourself. You need to stay consistent. In the day that you feel like give up, this is the day that you need to stand up and say, I'm gonna make this happen. So the strategy, the technique, I have resources, I have worksheets. Everything in that training wouldn't become possible unless you decide to do the work. I know many people, especially now with Facebook, Instagram, and social media, we are very good at collecting information, but being able to put them in practice has become a challenge. I have friends, I have people that I'm related to. They will tell you I'm very driven. I'm very driven. If it doesn't work this time, it's gonna work the next time because I won't give up. Many of you, you are pretty quick at studying something and not finishing. As of today, I'm a speaker. I'm a published author of multiple books. I'm a writer and I'm an editor. If you go on my platform, you will see I carry different hats. It's because I never give up. Whenever there is a possibility, whenever there is a open door, I step into it and I pray to possess that, to take that, to possess that opportunity, to hold tight on it and keep moving forward. So there will be good days, there will be better days, there will be difficult days, there will be days that you wake up, you feel discouraged, but you need to be consistent in the thing that you do. So yes, you can make money from anywhere in the world. You can make money in Nigeria. You can make money in the US. You can make money in France. You can make money in UK. I have a job board that one of my community manager who is from Interflare, she's managing where you can apply for jobs. If you apply for a job today, they don't answer you, go the next day. You continue to knock at the door. You continue to knock at the door until the door open. Because sometimes you have to put pressure. You have to be violent. You have to go above and beyond in order for the water to come out of work. But you have to do the work. So we are not coming here only to listen to the sound of my voice. We are not here only to receiving what I'm telling you, the strategy I'm about to share, but you're going to put the work in application. The only reason in less than 3 years, I was able to establish one health riding business, so that health riding services. The year after, in 2025, I launched Soraya Writes, where I become an author. And I will tell you what is funny. The book that I published in May 2025, it was on stress, the science of stress. And I published that books. I made money, guys, because whenever there is strategy, you should have an expectation to make an income. And I decided like the book wasn't what I expected it to be because I feel like as a believer, as Christian, I need to work on the excellence. So I decided to republish my book, The Science of Stress. And the day the lady who was editing the work for me sent me the manuscript, on the same day Amazon sent me an email. They were about to pay me for the whole book. So passive income, that's what it does. You can be home and get an email that because you create a product, because you write a book, because like you write a blog, there is a check coming. There is always money coming when you are putting yourself to work. And I was looking at the manuscript and I have proof. Judith sent me the manuscript and I have the date that you will see when Amazon sent me that email. It's on my email that there are money coming to your account. And at the same time, I have a new manuscript for the same book, which is going to be way better than the one that I wrote. So there is always room for improvement. I want you to remind you guys, there is always room for improvement. No matter where you start today, it's at the end of the journey. You may start with one strategy, with one business idea, with one project, but down the road, you can always improve the product that you have been putting outside. So guys, believe me, there is potentiality. I can even give you proof that from Massachusetts, I landed a contract in Pakistan. PayPal took 25 days to pay me my money, but the money hit the account. There is purpose, there is consistency, there is the passion, there is the drive. There is also, the possibility that of who you are. Like I was able to be connected with the CEO of Flair to LinkedIn. And one day she said to me, I really like what you are doing. So guys, we're going to make things happen. I want to hear testimonies. On my last training, we're going to have Samantha coming to testify. In December, I spoke to her about building. She wasn't in one of my training. the training that I did in December on how to build an author business. As of today, she's an author, and then she's ranking number one on Amazon on the children category. There is impact on the work that we do. So today, let's talk about on how to build, create a writing business. Or is it even possible that for you to create and build a writing business, it's not only about being like a virtual assistant. And the other thing that I would like to say about being a virtual assistant, because I've worked with many of you, beside of being a VA, there could be so many things that you do behind closed doors, and also social media managers. I can see the posts. There is a lot of creativity on the way you craft your post. So this is something that you can use beyond being a virtual assistant. This is something that you can use to start, like, writing blogs, writing articles, and also, be an inspiration for many people. But do not forget, I said that you need to put yourself to work. It's not going to happen if you sit in your home and complain that there's no opportunities in Nigeria. It's not going to happen, if you feel like you are always running behind of time. It's not going to happen if you continue to procrastinate, if you are so ungrateful. It's going to happen when you show up, and you show up consistently. You show up whether you feel like you want to do it. You show up, you feel whenever you feel tired. You show up whenever you feel confused. You show up when you are unhappy. You show up, when you feel life is unfair, but you continue to show up. And many things that I say, let's dive into the content. So I'm sharing the slide with you now. And first of all, we're going to speak about, let me go back on slide number 1, building and growing your writing business. Building and growing your writing business. We are all talented. We all have multiple talents. I can look at the craft that you put on Instagram, on Facebook, and I was looking at the page of Enter Flair, all creative, beautiful, and I'm pretty sure there is a great social media manager behind this wonderful work. So here we're gonna find like how you can transform your passion into paid opportunities. And you're gonna find how to define your niche. Your niche is what you are very interested about. How you can build your service and attract secure paying clients, and create a system, that can go. As I said, the way you start your business is not gonna be the way you end your business. There is always room for improvement. With that, who is that training is about? So the target audience for that training is those who are freelancers. If you are a writer and you are aspired to become a writer and you have a small business, it is for you. As I said, it's a 1 to 2 days training. The last time that I thought it was December 2026. But today I'm going to try to cram it in a 1-day training, and we continue to work as we walk through that process. What are the objectives? So you're going to have to create a clear business plan for your writing services, identify your niche. Who is your ideal client? Your ideal clients is the people that you feel like you are able to work with. Let me give you an example. My name is Soraya. I'm a psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner. I have a master and I'm doing a doctorate. My ideal client is anyone who is reliable, flexible, but also carry the same interest as me. And you don't want to work with anyone that is going to make your brain tired. You want to work with anyone that doesn't understand your core values. So you need to find what is like the values that you carry in order to know who is your ideal client. What is your niche? We're going to go after that. Your niche is the thing that you are passionate about. If you go on my LinkedIn, go on my Instagram, my Facebook, I love to tell people I am a Jesus girl who speaks mental health. I love mental health. I love the human mind. I love, seeing people getting better. I love healing. I love restoration. So everything mental health, you can throw me there. So that's my niche. That's how I was able to create a global impact, because I identify my niche. I identify something that I'm very passionate, that I'm very good, and I identify who I want to work with. And here we go. So the competitive pricing come when you bring values. When you bring values. one of the intern Flair, one of the intern, she has worked with us, with my community, the writing community, because I have so many things. And in that writing community, I remember that she did such a wonderful work, and she reached out to me, and she said, like, can you please give me a recommendation? She sent me a link. I gave her the recommendation. But one other thing is like, as I'm growing, when I was looking at, the quality of work and how amazing she was in the community, and I said like she could be one of my potential employee. Why not? Because I remember when your CEO, Bosidi, was a wonderful woman, assigned a community manager, and I was seeing like all the wonderful work that she was doing. And I reached out to your boss and I said, like, I need to hire that lady. So you become you put whenever you put value in a place, people they will pay you. That's what I'm trying to say. So sometimes you show up and you do the work because you work with excellence, because you do things, you bring great values, people they will pay you for what you are bringing to the table. How can we learn promotion technique and marketing? I have a whole template for that. And we're gonna, how to understand the tools to manage multiple clients, multiple projects, and how to build pitch with confidence. This is a whole business right there. This is a whole business that can generate income for each and every one of you. This workshop strategy, this workshop objective, this is a whole business right there. But one thing that I will say over and over and over, you got to put yourself to work. I'm sorry. You got to put yourself to work. And yesterday, I reached out to someone who came to one of my training back in December. And when he came to the training, he was very eager to learn, very involved in the community. And for quite some time, I didn't hear from him. And I reached out. And I said, what is happening? Like, I don't hear from you again. And he was telling me all the struggle, the issue that he's facing in Nigeria. And I feel for him. But when you struggle, when things appear to be very difficult, this is the time you keep pressing. You keep pressing. There could be no olive oil without crushing the olive. Take this as a quote. There could be no olive oil without crushing the olive. So many things that you're going to make possible, it's when you push harder. You need to push hard. Okay, so now we're going to learn the basic foundation of your writing business. And later, I will send you a couple sheets for those who participate in that training to see how you can create a simple business plan. And anyone who is willing to go in deeper into that strategy, you can join the community and we'll help you. So this is who I am. Again, I already present myself. These are the platforms that I was able to work. And this year, I was being featured as one of the most influential women in the United States. And again, I'm one of America's best providers. So I'm an author, I'm a speaker, and I love what I do. I love what I do. But on the other hand, I put myself to work. I do the work that I was supposed to do. So first, you're going to have to identify your niche, knowing that what are my greatest strengths? What do I like? You need to identify your niche, knowing your strength, knowing your audience. Choose like a writing format that work with you. Some people, they do blogging. I used to do blogging in the past. We can do academic writing, ghostwriters. You can do copywriting, another thing, writing newsletters, another thing, write articles, health articles. You can do poetry, script. You see, in one segment, there could be so many things, guys, that you can do. So many things. So many things. And trying to identify, like, if there is a problem that you want to solve, are you a technical writer? Me, it's healthy mind, healthy life. I speak mental health. And my quote is like, I help people heal through words. So the word that I speak, the word that I wrote, is to bring encouragement, enlightenment, awareness, education, healing and restoration. And through this, I was able to write for magazine, speak on different platforms, build a community, find a problem that you can solve. But in that problem, there should come your strength. Your strength. One thing that I do and I do it very well. Okay? So pick a topic that you can write, very well. Mental health is my forte. Mental health and, what experience and education that you are bringing to the table. This will give you authority because you don't want to be writing like different things to different audience. You need to be focused, bring clarity, bring understanding, and through this, you're gonna learn many contracts. Example like, are you in the healthcare background? Are you an engineer? Are you a photographer? You know, do you work in environment? In my job board, if you get access to it, you will see. As of today, I think we receive over 15 paying gigs, 50 paying gigs, and I have everyday gigs. Every day we are receiving gigs. If anyone know Lovelet, she's usually, receiving those gigs and she's sending over to the job board. So don't feel like you are limited to only like mental health, cardiac, hypertension, only health related. There could be so many things that you can do as a writer. Okay, refining services and target audience. So first of all, we need to be very clear. Clarity is everything. What you do, who you do it for, and what is your business foundation. What do I do? Who do I work for? Who is going to be compelled to listen to what I'm about to say? And what is my business foundation? So now you have to define your core services, make them easy. And many of you, as the virtual assistant and social media managers, this is what you do for people on a daily basis, and you ask them to pay you to do that for them. I have a virtual assistant. Why can you do it to build your own business? Listen to me. This is something that you do on a daily basis to other people. You do it for them. You tell them exactly, you tell people why they should be working with that person. Why don't you do it for yourself to build your own business? So, example of writing services, there are like blog posts and articles. You can write newsletters, as I said, email sequence, social media content. You can do patient education material, ebooks, guides, and also you can help someone in ghostwriting, to books. So the add-on, probably like if you join the community, it's like editing, proofing. I'm an editor. I just proofread a work from a nurse. And you can add like, SEO and then content strategy, your brand voice. What are like your brand is standing for? Me, my brand voice that help people heal towards. So it could be so many things like as you start walking through the journey. Last year I had a mentor, her name is Valerie. She helped me understand SEO. And in the community, we have SEO writers. This is something along the way that you can work, but that could not prevent you to start diving and navigating into the writing business. The second one is your target audience. Think about the specific people that you would like to help. Who are they? Are they nonprofit organization, lifestyle brand, could be fashion. In our meeting last time, we had someone who was very passionate about hair, Black women hair. So it could be so many things like, what is your organization type? Are you like in a startup phase, small business? And who do you like define like, your target audience? I'm going to give you an example. Last year, I had a mentor and his target audience back then, he was teaching new writers. And this year he has taken it to a new level. He's looking for refining to copy, proofreading, and also like the website. So as you started in one thing, the more you are established in your work, the more that you are able to have clarity in what you want to do, better ideas will come from what you started doing. So who is your target audience? When someone is looking at the work that you do, they will say, I want to work with that lady because she knows what she's doing. Okay, are you focusing on women's mental health, small business, enterprises, professional? So who is your target audience? You need to have clarity on your target audience. You need to define your services because clarity will definitely bring you clients. What are the goals do you have? What content you struggle to to create? And what problem you are trying to solve. As I said it before, as virtual assistant, I follow many of you on Instagram. You do that on a daily basis. So you can continue to provide those services to somebody else as you are trying to build your own business. You can provide the same service to somebody else as you build your own business. I'm from Haiti, even though I live in the US. And there is one thing that Asian people, it's a very funny quote. They will tell you they never see two money fight. People they fight among each other, but never money. So that's when you can have multiple streams of income, multiple streams of income. They will never fight with each other. It's the reality of things. And yes, an example like, as you started building trust with your patient and clients, you can drive sales, sharing message, and also having SEO blog that could be ranking on Google in order for you to attract more clients. So have clarity in the type of clients that you need. And once you find these clients, you tell them exactly the service that you are looking to provide. And now once you have once you have defining your service and your target audience, usually make sure that you have one sentence that cover the work that you do. For me, my name is Soraya. I'm a psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner. I'm a speaker, I'm an author, and I help people heal through words. So if you come to me and you're gonna ask me, what does that mean? And I was like, you know what, I'm a speaker. It's very well defined. I don't know if anyone needs clarity on that. I'm a speaker, I'm a writer, I'm an author, and I help people heal through words. So my words, whether I speak it or I write it, I help people heal. In healing now, we can bring so many things to the table. We can bring restoration. We can bring mind renewal. We can bring awareness. So many things would happen under one word, but that's what I do. And through that one sentence, I was able to help. And the contract that I landed from Pakistan, he was mostly to do like a clinical review for a gaming company. Yes, it's a PTSD. The gaming company was working on a project on PTSD, which is post-traumatic stress disorder. And they asked me to do like a clinical review. So because I carry, what the values they are looking for, and they come to me and they said, like, let's meet, let's negotiate. We are looking to have someone to do a clinical review. And I did the clinical review and they pay me my money. It's writing, it's business. The next thing is pricing. As you work, you need to get paid, and pricing will come based on your expertise, your niche, how well you know. That's why you don't want to have multiple niche, or well you write, and also the outcome that you deliver. As I said before, I told the lady who reached out to me and who was looking for a recommendation. And I said, I hope that I was hiring right now. I could have hired you because she did such a wonderful work. Whenever you work, we deliver qualitative work, people, they will hire you. That's why you need to pick a niche that you master. You don't want to go after anything that you don't know just because you're trying to make money. Go back to your own life experience, your professional background, your education. Go back to your passion, go back to your purpose, go back to the things that you really enjoy and make it your niche, because once you know something, you're going to be good at it. And be very consistent in the qualitative work that you provide. And also the pricing will go per project, per word. It could be a package that you offer. It could be hourly. I have a whole, everything that I'm teaching you here, there is a worksheet for it, just to make it clear. It's not only that PowerPoint and I will disappear. There is a worksheet that you can go to into detail in order to establish. It's a whole business. It's a whole business plan that I have here. There is a worksheet, multiple worksheet for each slide that you're gonna go over and dive deeper into it. And make it very easy for your clients to understand what you are providing and how, like, to receive the service that you are giving. And research and position yourself. This is very important. Position yourself in the work that you do. Be very confident in the work that you are providing, and make sure that you are providing great values to people and they will pay you. And the strategy pricing, there's a packaging tip that we have on a whole template or a whole sheet. If you have anyone who is a part of the community, and we've been sending those sheets to them. There is contract. I would highly recommend, like, if you are landing your first paid client and you need insight from me, I can teach you a couple things. Or probably you need to make a deposit of 50%, and once the work is done, you will pay me the other 50%. And there should be revision limits, wash and late fees. All of these, they are in the pricing template sheet, okay? And then the mindset that you need to know: own your worth. They are not paying you because they are making you a favor. You are providing service, you are providing qualitative work, you are working under the spirit of excellence. That's why they are paying you. You know your worth. And the marketing and promotion types, I have a whole worksheet template on that. And this one, whole lot will be coming on how to become visible on LinkedIn, and build a strong online presence. As I said, consistency. You don't show up when you feel like, you don't show up when you have a happy day, but you show up consistently, whether you are sad, whether you are happy. Consistency, that's what gives result. If you are listening to me today, I will say it over and over and over. You need to be consistent. The day you wake up confused, you show up. The day you wake up happy, you show up. The day you wake up like you feel like not doing it, you're just gonna do it anyway. Please build a strong online presence. Use social media with intention. Use social media with intention. And I had a mentor who said something. Nowadays, social media has become a place where people, they make more money. Our parents, they didn't have the opportunity that we have today. I'm able to be connected to you from Boston because of social media. Because of social media. So see, so many things that you can do. I can make money from Boston to Pakistan because of social media. All of this happened because of social media. So imagine that you was using social media intentionally, intentionally, just to build your business and to make money. And you create great content for yourself. You can have your blog weekly mini guide. You educate your audience. I should show you my DM. When you are providing values, people, they will come to you. They will come to you because of the work that you do. They will come to you because of who you are. People, they are looking for insight. They are looking for values. And I have a whole sheet for the marketing and promotion techniques. You see, these are the promotion techniques. Show the problem you solve. And then, you have clear, like, CTA, call to action strategy, or do I want to what are you expecting from me? All of this, they are in one sheet that I will share with you. And understand the tool to manage clients and project. Now you are landing project. Now you are having clients coming to you. You need to find a way to manage all these clients. I propose like those tools, from Asina, ClickUp, Mondays, but there are many others. You can use Google Meet if you are in the startup phase and you don't have access to buy these tools. You have Honeybook, you have Bonsai, Notion. These are the things that you can use once you start lending clients and projects. But now, as you are new, you can go by Google Meet and do more people. And please, guys, respect people's time. If you promise someone that you're gonna submit a project to them, do they make the best? Unless there is real emergency. But it's very important that you respect your clients because they are the one bringing you money. That's why it's very important to understand how to manage clients and tools. And yes, as I said, these are the tools. Google Drive is pretty easy to use. Um, and also like, Google Document. These are things that are pretty easy to use as you are making your way to the ladder. And these on how you organize, like, now you are starting to build people. I remember 2 years ago, I was supposed to build a magazine in Florida, and there was a sheet that someone created for me. But you could go on Canvas if anyone has basic Canvas, and to that basic Canvas, you can create an invoice and save it for future use. Until now, you can use that QuickBooks and FreshBooks, Wave. But for now, you can use Canvas to create invoice. So these now we are lending to a phase where you have clients, people they are willing to use your service, people they are willing to pay you for what you know. So now you can use like QuickBooks. Let's say now you start making good money and then you have multiple invoice. These are the tools that later you're gonna find all of this in the worksheets. And or to pitch your client or to tell them this is who I am, this is what I can do for you. As many of you as virtual assistant, putting great pitch online so you can tailor your pitch. The pitch could be 1 to 2 sentences, and what you create, what does it matters, and why should I work with you, what it costs, who you help. And then you can tell to the pitch like your skill, the problem that you solve, and how clients should be pay you because you're gonna bring a solution to the problem that you are facing. And practice to say like your values out loud. Be very confident. In one of our slides, I put own your worth. People they are paying you because you're bringing values. It's plain and simple. Plain and simple. Intern Flair assigned someone as an intern to manage a community. After a month, I was like, you know what? I need to pay that lady. I need to pay that lady. She started as an intern after 3 weeks. Lovelet is so great, and I said she needs to get paid because she's helping me. She's helping me. She's a very important member in the team. I don't want her to leave because she's doing a great work. So in order to keep her in the position that she's doing, so this is who you need to be. Someone who is very, very important to somebody else, that the person will say, you know what, I'm gonna pay that person. I'm gonna pay that person. So bring values to the table. And these are the different, way to build confidence, like a pitch, to secure like paying clients. You start simple, you are very warm. As you can see, I love to smile, and I also can be very loud. I can bring a lot of stars to the table. So make sure that people they see you as someone who is not bringing like negative vibe. So be very warm on the way you present yourself. And you can ask other people, if anyone who is in the part of the community that I build, you are looking for recommendation so people they can trust you and pay you. I'm here for that. And use networking. Use networking a lot. That's why you need community. You need people who can refer you for the work that you have been doing. As you are building the pitch, personalize it. Don't do like a chat GBT pitch. You have your own personality, you have your own character, you have your own values. Add it to the pitch, put a clear call to action, and later when someone is sitting to you, you can go over like the pricing and the strategy. But for the pitch, it's something that is concise, clear, reflecting who you are, reflecting the values that you bring to the table and the service you're about to provide. And I also have a pitch template. And yes, there is a simple pitch script that I put here. Hi, Soraya, I help people heal toward. If you need support, I would love to chat with you. And because clients, they want people who bring clarity, you are not begging, but you are offering a service. You are not begging, you are offering a solution. Whenever you are a solution to somebody's problem, they're gonna pay you. And yes, if you have any question and answer, follow updates, discussion on implementation, we have the worksheets for you. I don't know how many people are willing to join the community, how many people are willing to continue to work with us. This is an overview of multiple things that are coming. So this is who we are, this is what I do, and it's an honor to come again and teach you on how to build your writing business. And again, you have to be consistent. It's not only a matter of coming here and listen to me talking about niche, talking about paying clients, talking about pitch, how to build with confidence, or to build a business plan and strategy. It's about to receive what I put in you and go and implement. And go and implement. If there is anything that you need from me, if there is anything that you want to say, the next one will be on how to build an author business. Yes, how to be an author business. And by being an author business, you can be in your home. I have the proof. Your book could be on Amazon making you money as you are sleeping in your bed. So this is a whole other process. So guys, any question? Gladys, thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to be a service of that amazing
Thank you.
community.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, Ma. It's always a pleasure to have you in our session. Full package as always. Thank you very much. Another privilege to have you here. I'm grateful, Ma. So you have all heard what she has said, that you don't have to wait to get the gig, or you don't just need to rely on the gig. Building your personal brand can help you become a writer. From what she said, that we are posting, we are showing up every day. You have to get that, ask yourself questions, niche down, what is this thing that I have passion for that I can do? Use it to create something that can help people out, and start making money with it. So you don't need to just wait for one job to come. Like what she said, she the first time she was there, she talked about mental health. When I got the details that she's coming to speak on writing, and another way of getting income, building a passive income aside the normal one everybody know, I know she's coming to deliver something great. Please, if you have any questions, our speaker is still here in the stage. She's waiting for you. Drop your questions. She will answer it here and right now before we round up the event. Thank you very much, Ma. Like she said, consistency is the key. No matter
Consistency is
what,
the key.
no, sometimes you'll be fed up. Sometimes you want to give up. For the past few weeks, it has not been easy on me, but I
Me
make
too.
sure I show up.
Me
Yes, there
too.
was a time yeah, I'm your community man, so there was a time we have to cancel some events, but still we still have to show up. We don't
Still
have
have
to
to
just
show
give
up.
up just because of one little or just a little shake in our life, in our daily activities. That is where the consistency comes in. When we feel like giving up, show. When you feel like what I'm doing is not working, keep pushing. When you feel
Yes.
like, oh, am I doing it the right way? Somebody out there is watching. When you
Yes.
least expected, that you will just see the person is going to, you will just get it right. That's one gig, that stuff you are looking for will just come. So Thank you very much, Ma, for coming. Please, if
You're
you have
very
any
welcome.
question, she's still here to answer your question for you. She's still very much in the stage, in the studio. Drop your questions, she will answer them for you. If you have any challenge, you feel you are already in the field, you need clarity, that's why she's here. She wants to help us out to build it up. I will be dropping the link for us to join the group and for us to follow her page. I've been following her page and it has been wonderful. It has been a wonderful. Everything on our page is something we all need, because sometimes we feel we are okay, but our mental health is going down. So we just need someone to guide us on how to go about it. Our CEO is supposed to be here, but I guess she's not. She's unavoidably absent. And please, like you all know, she's always with us every time whenever we are in this events. So all our hundreds are there. If you have your comments, I'm waiting. Let me drop it for our speaker to talk to us about it. Okay, ma'am. Let me bring my question before others drop in. I,
Yeah.
for one, I've been in your group, but I've been a little bit distracted. I see people, I receive mails, I receive the courses, I receive everything from your group. But I want to ask this thing. If as a startup person, like as a startup, you want to go into writing, from your slides you said there are copywriters, poet writers, ed
Mm-hmm.
writers, different type of writing. I, for one, I ventured into a VA space as an admin VA, but on the way, I though, like you said, that we should go back to our school, what we love to do.
Yeah.
I've been a person that like calculation. I've been good with mathematics calculation. So I had the opportunity of getting a training on data analysis. So I just, like, I now connected back to my passion years back. So as someone that is, I'm passionate about doing admin work and a data analyst, and I want to go into this writing as a copywriter. I said sometimes I will want to go into the group and read and understand. The thing is, I'm still not that very much clear about copywriting. How do I start it? How do I go about it? Let me ask
Okay.
it that way.
So copywriting is mostly like a marketing strategies that many use to promote, like you said you're a VA, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So copy, it's mostly like a strategy that many use as a marketing plan for email, websites, newsletters. So first of all, you need to, have you ever write any copies before?
No, ma'am.
No, okay. So first of all, like if you go on you let me put it, it's Udemy. They are very cheap copywriting classes that you can take to learn on how to
Okay.
become a copywriter.
Okay.
To There's a lot of money in copywriting actually. This is something that I was looking into it myself, but I end up diving mostly on articles and blog. But there's a lot of money in copywriter because people hire copywriters for multiple things. They hire copywriters for like email marketing. And I know a lady, her name is Anne Grace. She used to be a lawyer. She gave up lawyer for copywriting. There's a lot of money in copywriting, yes. No matter what you do, Gladys, there's money. I want to be honest with you. I have a mentor who said there's plenty money out there. It's true. The only thing you need to put yourself to work. That's one thing. And we speak a lot about discouragement, this, that. And we need to ask God to give us courage, strength to keep pushing, even on the day we don't feel like.
Yes.
Because if we continue to look at like, oh my God, there is the war in Iran, blah, 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 we will never get anything done. You know what I'm saying? But every day we just wake up and show up. First of all, I will learn on how to write copies and practice. Practice. If you by any means you need more information, you have my I will help you finding resources.
Okay,
Practice, like
ma'am.
if there is anyone who can practice, and then you start building your own business, your copywriting business.
Okay, ma'am.
Any other things that you need outside, but what I would like to say first is to get the basic education and knowledge on what copywriting is about, and then
Okay.
you do copywriting based on your strength, on
Okay.
what you already know, what you already know. Like, let's say for me, someone like me, I will never write about hypertension or cardiac because that's not my strongest area. But mental
Okay.
health, I will go in and out of mental health, and that's why I'm
Yeah.
standing.
That's your niche, ma.
That's my niche.
That's your niche, ma.
That's my
Yes.
strongest point. That's my niche.
Yes,
Yes,
yes, yes, ma. That's your niche. All right.
that's my
Thank you
niche.
very much, ma.
You're welcome.
Uh,
And anything else, we can have a conversation offline. Okay?
thank you very much, ma. I appreciate, ma. So we
You're
are
welcome.
waiting. Our viewers, if you have any questions you want to ask, our speaker is still very much here available to answer your questions. But if no, you can as well drop your questions. I will send it to her. She'll give me a reply and it will be sent down to you. Okay, someone
Okay.
there
I
is
think
saying,
someone said I'm a beginner.
yes, someone here is saying, he said, if I want to become a creative writer, how do I start? I get intrigued when I see a good copy in social media posts on product posts.
Okay, if I want to become a creative writer, how do I start? Okay, are you a writer at all, or you just want to become a creative writer? Ellen,
He said,
I see your comment on the chat. I will get back to you. But Johnson, are you a writer at all? Because I believe at one point, if you can even write your name, that means you're a writer. But in order for you to become a creative writer, as I said, you need to identify your niche, identify something that you are very passionate. And I think inside of each and every one of us, there is a creative writers. You are not becoming a creative writer. You are already a creative writer.
okay,
So the first thing that you need to identify which topic that I want to write about. You don't need to be intrigued by anything. You don't need to be intrigued by anything. The only thing is just like finding something that you are very strong opinion about. It could be, literature, poetry, science, photography, pictures, and you become good at it. And then now you start writing. But you are already a creative writer. We are, each and every one of us here, we are a creative writer. There is something that we could write about. And Ellen, you said you are a beginner writer passionate about women's empowerment. And I'm interested in, okay. Okay, great. So the first thing that you should be interested in, Ellen, um, is to have a business plan. To have a business plan. To have a business plan, and also, I say I already see you have a niche which is women empowerment. But in which capacity that you want to empower women? What are you bringing to us, Ellen? You need to find out. That's what your value is dwelling at. And for someone who want to work in women empowerment, there is a platform that I wrote for. It called Carefree Magazine. If it's something that you are interested, I can definitely connect you to the Substack so you can do some trial, and then you can start building your passive income from there. Is it something that you are interested? Ellen, there is the link. Join that link. It's a community link. There is a manager, community manager that I really love. She works with you guys from Indian Flair Lovelet, and we can talk, okay? Yes, please. You see the link. You can join that link. And yes, and I will definitely connect you with Carefree or Sassy Magazine so you can practice your craft and be able to start learning your writing, because these are the platform they solely care for women. It's women empowerment. But offline, I would like to know, like, what do you want to bring to us as values? What is, like, the strength? Because women empowerment could be so many things. It could be productive, reproductive health. It could be mental health. It could be hair, appearance, style, color. Like skin color is a big issue in the women empowerment movement. So, in which capacity you're gonna empower women? So, this is one thing that we need to define. So, whenever you start addressing that issue, I remember there is that girl from the community. Her name is Annabelle, and she talk a lot about human hair. Or we can embrace our beautiful hair as Black women. Two things: Black women and hair. But whenever you say women empowerment, there is Asian, there is African American, there is white Caucasian, pa- Pacific Islander. There could be so many different things in women empowerment. So this is something that we need to niche down and said like Isabel, Black woman hair.
All right. Thank you very much, ma'am, for answering that for us. I hope, Ellen, you got the clarification. We have a question here. It said, as someone who is interested in writing, how do I start learning and practicing? And you talk on Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon is where I publish my books. So you said you are interested in writing and you want to start learning and practicing. Join the community. Join the community. And this is something that Lovelet mentioned this week as we're in the meeting. We're gonna have to bring someone who can help you identify exactly the career that you want to focus on. I know Amazon is when you publish a book, you post it there, and then people they are buying your books and then bring you money. Join the community. Join the community, and we're gonna start. Like one thing I'm gonna focus in that community is to create a blog, and through that blog, people they can go and start. I really like the fact many of you are beginners and you probably want to practice. So there is a blog that we're gonna create, and through that blog, you can go and practice your writing, so you can become very performant. And once you become very very skilled, and then we can start setting you up to build your business. I'm glad many of you are in your beginning phase, and we can through this there is something else that should come. As you're a beginner, you will probably need a place to practice.
All right, thank you very much, man. Like our speaker said, I've dropped the link for everyone to join the community. I believe, and I'm assuring you, once you join the community, is a place I am there. I got the link and I was there, and is a place so many people, beginners, they have grown from beginners to intermediate, and like this week, if I'm not mistaken, one of our writer published a book. So that's just someone like you. Now you have the passion. I want to do this, but you need the guideline. So join the community, and I bet you will not regret. Please, ma, before we go, we have one question here that is saying, how
Yeah.
do you get content to write on as a nurse A and E? Do you write on what you already know, or you attend conferences? You said potato use ChatGPT.
Okay. How do you write content from? You do you write? Oh yes. So what I said, I want to be honest with you, D. The first article that I wrote was on hypertension, and I even wrote something. I think was it? He was like a season. I think allergies. That was allergies. So yes, as a nurse, because we study so much, like we know so many things. But I was navigating, jumping from one topic to the other. The article that I wrote on hypertension, I got paid for it. But the strongest area where I'm very comfortable is mental health. So at one point, I felt like I wasn't making myself a favor by jumping from one topic to the other. I just rely on the things that I do very well. So what I will say to you, even you can carry different professional background and knowledge, focus on something that you are very good at. Focus on something that you are very good at. Because at one point you're gonna feel very overwhelmed, very, very overwhelmed when you are dabbling into different things. But if you focus on one thing that you do very well, it's gonna flow easily. The creative thinking, the thoughts, the ideas. But if you try to do this and that and this and that, it's gonna be very difficult. So focus on your strongest point and area. Okay.
All right. Thank you very much, man. Another one is
I'm
saying,
Walter.
uh, I really want to learn about ghost writing. Please, how do I begin? Because I don't have the experience. All
Okay.
right.
Those
I believe this still go back to joining the community for guidelines and all that.
Yes. Yes,
All right.
ghostwriters. Definitely we can have someone coming and speak to you about ghostwriters. Ghostwriters, you need to be very there is something called privacy. It's someone who is looking for a project. They are not a project. Let's say they want to write a book, but they don't know how to start. They don't know how to start. They are paying you to do the work for them, but they will be carrying the legacy of the work. So ghostwriters, we can have someone coming and teach you about ghostwriting. It is something that can good. I'll tell you guys, there is money everywhere. Ghostwriters, they make good money. They make very good money because what they do, they make things easier for someone who already have the idea, but they don't know how to put the idea to a piece of paper on the computer. As a ghostwriter, you sit with that person. The person tell you exactly the
Okay.
expectation that they have, and then you are the one crafting the work for them, and they will pay you. Ghostwriters pays well, but again, we can work about that too, and how to be a
Thank you very
ghostwriter.
much, ma'am. As someone who just gets started with social media management, how can I scale and do well in it?
Okay, as a social media manager, you need to continue to master your craft, master your craft, and do it very well. And the more you practice, practice makes it perfect. Practice makes it perfect. As I said, you show up consistently. It by showing up consistently, like the type of writing that I used to do 2 years ago, it's not the same right. Today I'm an editor, to the grace of the Lord. You see what I'm saying? So you started as a writer, author, and I'm an editor because I can edit your work. As I'm talking to you right now, there is someone on LinkedIn who reach out to me because he's trying to get into the writing field. So you show up consistently. Do not get discouraged. Continue to post wonderful content. Post your content. Ask people for their own opinion. And again, if you start like we gave an assignment. We gave an assignment like a couple weeks ago that me and Lovelet we are going to the assignment to appoint there is someone in the community that I'm sponsoring to get his work published on Amazon because I feel like he's been doing so many work like he needs to be sponsored to publish his book. So we don't know who's next. When you do, I said that to you. When you do wonderful work, when you do great work with values, God will never let your work go into waste. Show up consistently, practice, practice, practice. And as we said, scale it. Practice until you makes it perfect.
Thank you very much, ma. Thank you for your time. We really
Yes.
appreciate so much. I've learned so much, and thank you for the privilege to come to you when I need your assistance. So, if you are just joining us, I will quickly drop the link to join the group once again. Join the group, ask your questions. We have our very much active community manager to do the justice for you. And like our just like our speaker has said, she is always available to do justice to your questions. She's available, she's accessible. But maybe when you drop your messages, just know our time zone is different from ours. So we have a little time difference. But
Yeah.
I assure you, whenever she is online, she's going to give you that reply that you want. Thank you very much, ma, for coming once again to impart us. So we look forward to our other speaker that was supposed to be with us today. Let her know we are expecting to invite her
No, she
again.
will come. She will come. There's another part of the teaching that she will do with me. She will come. But that day,
All right.
Gladys, We need to pick Saturday or Sunday.
All right, ma. No problem,
Yeah,
ma.
this is the day that works for her. It's Saturday or Sunday.
Okay, ma. No problem, ma. That would be very much. Thank you
Oh
for the
yes,
hint.
she's gonna deliver. She's great.
All
She's
right,
great.
ma. All right,
Yeah.
ma. Thank you very much. Please
Thank you,
help
everyone.
us to thank our speaker on the comment section. Thank her for giving her time to come and teach us. So you can join the link. If you are not able to click, just copy it and paste it on your browser, and it will take you down to the group. And every questions you want to talk, you want to ask about, she is there. The community manager is there to answer you. Drop in the comment section the emoji, thank her, appreciate her because she has done justice. Like I told you, for every event that she comes, it's always a wonderful session. Thank you very much, ma, for
Thank you,
your time
everyone. It was
once
a
again on
pleasure.
behalf of the family.
Thank
Thank you
you all.
very
It was
much,
a
ma.
pleasure. It was a pleasure servicing each and every one of you. And I want to continue to work with
Yes,
you and
ma.
make things possible, and we'll be successful together. Thank you. And have a blessed afternoon,
Thank you
night,
very
and a
much, ma.
wonderful weekend.
All
God
right.
bless.
Have a
Bye.
blessed day.
Have a blessed day.
You too, ma.
Thank you.
Bye, ma. Thank you very much, everyone, for your time, for joining us today in the event, Building Passive Income Stream Beyond Virtual Assistant. So just like our speaker has said, you don't need to wait to have the gig. You can sit down, ask yourself, what is that passion, what is that thing you have passion for? I love doing this thing, I love doing this thing this way, I love giving points, I have the skills to write, I can write for someone that is not free to write, I can talk on this thing and people use it and it work for them. These are all means for you to put together to make money. And if you are there live watching this event, join the link, or I will drop the link in our community. On our link you get to join the group, and our speaker is always available to lead you, to guide you, to tell you all you have to do. For our interns that join us today, thank you very much. The cohort 7, I can see many of you on stage. Thank you, and once again, congratulations for coming into the Interfree family. I believe you are going to have a wonderful experience. So, like you guys know, our event come once every month and is always power packed. So I remain Gladys Ogbefun, your supervisor at the event management of Eat and Flame. So by this time, it's a goodbye from here. But remember that consistency is what keeps you going. No matter what the downtime is, try as much as possible to keep up and be consistent. So same time next month, be expecting us with something great and wonderful. Do have a wonderful time, and bye everyone for today.